DJ non finisce mai.
Tu dicevi che un camion o una pallina da tennis buttati da là sopra arriva prima il camion a terra.
No, sì.
No, e invece no. Ancora non ha segnato. No, i corpi, generazione dei corpi uguale per
Se c'era il tempo di...
Ma no, anche se tu butti una roba gigantesca, una
piuma mica arriva, no. Mica arriva.
La piuma arriva dopo perché ha l'attrito dell'aria. Infatti in teoria il suo teorema è in assenza d'aria.
È un po' come cosa pesa di più, 1 chilo di piombo o 1 chilo di paglia.
Beh, 1 chilo di piombo.
No. Sicuramente 1 chilo di piombo.
Sarà più piccolo, ma
1 chilo di piombo pesa di più, piombo, poi è paglia.
Ecco un centro di gravità permanente che non mi faccia mai cambiare idea sulle cose, sulla gente.
I just once went to Iran.
You did?
Because my uncle was working there, and then it reminded me a lot of that, you know, the landscape and
I love
stuff.
to go there too, you know.
It's amazing, you have to go. If you ever get a chance, go to Iran.
Really?
And they were like, when I went into a shoe shop, suddenly it was filled up with people. And then I remember a guy came with a shoe and said, would you try this? And I said, no, I don't like this. But would you just try it? I said, yeah, okay.
What, like a gun or something?
No, a shoe.
A shoe?
Yeah, try on this shoe. Okay. And I said, yeah, well, okay, if you just, and I tried it on. And he said, well, actually, it's quite nice. I want these. No, you can't have them. It's only one. I made one. I just wanted to know if you liked it. And if you do, I'll make it.
Shuffolato porta bene all'addio al nubilato, li becchiamo sempre.
È vero, tutte le città. Non è che ci hanno chiesto l'offerta a Copenaghen?
Ah, sulla metropolitana di Glasgow.
Anche, ma in un'altra puntata di Shuffle, come quella volta in cui eravamo?
L'addio al cebilato.
Un bel cebilato.
Walking in the rain. Walking in the rain.
Which way we go?
We'll go this
way, yeah?
So this is, I'll tell you just quickly about the building first. It's an old building. It's listed, and it was an old train station.
How long has it been center for Nobel Prizes?
From 2005.
But how long has the Nobel Prize been assigned to people?
First one was handed out in 1905.
1905, so it's more than 100 years.
Yeah. So this is a very brief exhibition about Aung San Suu Kyi.
Yep.
She was in Norway in June and opened this exhibition. Yeah. So then we made, like quite quickly, we made an exhibition about her, and
she was a Nobel Prize winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1991.
91, while
Yeah.
she was still in jail, say.
Yeah. And this room is made of gold. It symbolizes the gold medal.
It's
And
all gold.
it's not really gold, but it symbolizes gold at least.
Yeah.
And this is one of the real gold medals from one of the Norwegian laureates of the Peace Prize.
How many Norwegians did? It's only just one person a year that
Yeah.
gets the Nobel Prize.
Yeah, there's only two Norwegians.
Two Norwegians.
Christian Lange and Fridtjof Nansen. Here we have the book about Alfred Nobel.
Ah.
So this is also an interactive book.
Wow.
So here people can read about Alfred Nobel.
How come when you do it, it comes out and then...
It's because I'm my own magic.
Ah, yeah.
And it's not just, it's not all of the
All right.
So it explains about his history, and then you can check out different things here.
Can I try some of this? Like,
Of course.
if I...
And he also
What?
tells about the story. He studied and he was a physics, and then he actually invented dynamite. And that was why he earned all his money, because he...
From dynamite?
From dynamite.
How
He was
weird, huh?
Yeah.
Bizarre.
At a certain point, he
Yeah.
was actually the richest guy in the world. So.
Wow.
And this is the wallpaper. This is...
It's so cool you made it like interactive, you know that?
Yeah.
What do older people think of this? They do enjoy it
Yeah.
just as much as a kid, right?
Of course, sometimes we need to
Assist them?
assist them and explain how it works. Here you can switch between Norwegian and English, so it's quite easy to figure out. And then you
How do
have...
you switch? Just like that?
Yeah. So then it turns into Norwegian.
Wow.
And here you can search by individual laureates or by year.
This is Martin Luther King, huh?
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream.
This is the main hall.
Oh, this is in Afghanistan, huh?
Yeah, this is in Afghanistan. And then the last part is the Kabul cards made by Anders Sømhammer and Christopher Ness, two Norwegian journalists, collaborating with these three young Afghan girls
Wow.
who's been filming her. They learned how to use this
Those
camera.
are cameras, right?
Yeah. So they have done the interviews themselves and talked to people on the street, portraying like
Wow.
how the everyday life in Kabul is right now. So this is the photos by Lindsay Adario. She's been in Afghanistan a couple of times.
Oh my God, the pictures are amazing. Huh?
Yeah, they're really strong. So they tell like different stories about Afghan women and young Afghan girls.
How old is she?
She's
Around
35,
Yeah?
I think. Lindsay Adario.
And it's the same sign. That's the name of the exhibition, right?
Yeah. That was like a really strong symbol because they're called like infidels.
Infidels, yeah.
Because they're not believers.
Right.
So quite many of the guys tattooed infidel on their chest or other places.
Wow.
And as you can see, all the tattoos they got a hold of like this tattoo machinery or equipment.
Right.
So they made all these tattoos on each other, or one of them had like.
Is that soldiers playing guitar here?
Yeah, that was also.
That's a good shot.
One of the things that I really enjoyed doing when they were having a break from the battles. It's handed out in the city town hall.
Okay.
That's the large building you see out there.
Was that one of the places that guy bombed? No, that was more the parliament, right?
Yeah.
Oh, in that building?
In that building, yeah.
Wow.
So there's a large room inside where you actually are able to visit from the other side.
So Bono might come there one day. Bono might actually make it one day.
Could be.
Who knows?
Who knows?
E oggi a Oslo faremo queste cose indecifrabili.
Madonna, la lente ci vuole.
La lente. Quella da tasca.
Ri, non ti offendere, ma per un attimo mica ti ho immaginato come Chuck Norris con la barba, non so perché.
Bisogno di affetto, nessuno vuole.
Sì, sì, la corsa di ieri la salutiamo.
No, sto sì, mi vuoi bene. Wow,
tutto qua sotto, pellicano, guarda.
Guarda che ti sta sparendo il mento. Guarda, questi erano...
Amaro, amarissimo.
Salvatore Gargiulo.
Che se sbagli una comanda.
Era amaro questo, eh?
Sì.
Non è che Shuffolato.
Cos'è? Wikimire?
No, è come l'inglese, scusa. Door opener.
In inglese vuol dire door la porta, opener quello che apre la porta.
Quindi l'apertura porta.
Apri porta, via.
How do you pronounce this? How do you pronounce?
Door opener.
Door opener?
It's door opener.
Yeah.
Vedi? Vedi?
Basta.
Ed era un altro appuntamento con Wikimire. You know, for some reason, when we come to Norway, we know that metal is going to be huge in Norway and Scandinavia in general.
Yeah.
But has always been huge, like, you know, even when it was just like sort of like a mainstream thing, you know, like, but it didn't stay like that. What do you think is the reason for that, you know, particularly in Scandinavia, you know?
I don't know, I mean, Scandinavian metal didn't get big until the Norwegian black metal bands came around.
Right.
And made it very, very big, and still very big.
But you know, we say like, okay, metal is big in Norway, but to say that Alter is just a metal band, it's pretty...
That's very, that's a narrow...
Too wide.
Yeah. It's way more than just metal.
Right.
Our backgrounds are pretty different as well. Andreas comes more for the metal and hardcore, hardcore scene, and
no metalcore.
No metalcore, but hardcore.
What would be metalcore? What would you mean, like metalcore?
Just bad, awful music.
All right, all right.
No, but like hardcore and also metal.
And also metal.
My background is more experimental, more into noise music and avant-garde stuff, basically.
I just want to say to everybody, you know, that, you know, if, in case they try to Google, you guys, you should put the 2A, right?
Well,
Three? Yeah.
Oh, I mean, altar.
A-L-T-A-R. Yeah.
Right, but, you know, it turns out that the way you spell it, it's
altar in, like the English meaning altar. It's how you write it in Dutch.
In Dutch?
Yeah.
So they might get some footage, weird footage before.
Tons of wedding pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
But then eventually, you know, if you keep looking.
Down on the 700th place, I don't know.
Den så kallade greven tillstod i Eidsivating lagmannsrett I dag at han drap Øystein Aarseth natt til 10. august I fjor.
Varg Vikenes, født 11.2.73, dømmes til en straff av fengsel I 21 år.
But by the way, in the beginning you said, you know, like, oh, we're not really just, you know, like what people think, you know, Norway black metal, you know, it was a huge thing. I mean, it
still is.
Yeah, but like, it just got like very bad publicity about, you know, like, there were like a few accidents, you know, pretty hardcore.
Accidents, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, would you define that like bad publicity or?
Yeah, but I guess like people to some extent like thought automatically that everyone that listened to metal were like criminals or murderers or rapists or whatever, I don't know. So it moved the whole genre into sort of like this more evil direction, like it was...
Right.
It was... yeah, it got that kind of label on it that didn't sort of like make any sense, really.
It's always been, but you know, that's what you love when you're like...
Yeah.
I mean, I used to love Venom, and just like that album, At War with Satan, I must have listened to like 1,000,000 times, you know, but I was afraid of just like hitting my schoolmate, you know, like it was just like, I love that evil sound, you know, but you know, it doesn't necessarily make you evil. Actually, in my experience, most of those people were actually the good people, you know, they got out their aggressivity, you know, through the music, you know, and then...
Yeah, definitely, it's, it doesn't necessarily add up to people that listen to metal and like to sort of like the lyrics or something like that. It's just like to put yourself in a mood where you normally wouldn't be, you know.
Right.
So it became suddenly too dramatic and too big, so it lost sort of like the original focus in a way.
Yeah.
There's a bass player.
All right, cool. Hey, how you doing?
It's his birthday.
Oh, he didn't know about the birthday. Happy birthday, by the way, yeah. And what's next for Alter? Now you're in the studio recording, but you won't tour this summer?
No.
Just doesn't work.
Yeah,
right?
we have a few shows coming up. Yeah, we don't tour much.
We've toured enough.
Yeah, I mean we both played in different other bands, and I don't have the urge to do a 2-month tour because I've done it. I'm way more comfortable doing a show now and then, and make those shows good.
Right.
Instead of going on these sort of like European tours where you only play these, where you only play these sort of like crust-punk venues, and you get offered a place to sleep if you come to Venice or something like that, and then it's like, oh yeah, you can sleep right here.
Oh, then you can, 5 of you can just easily, you know, like.
Go to sleep wherever you want, and then see you tomorrow. And then they lock the door. And you're like
Vorrei viaggiare su ali di carta con saper inventare, dire
l'accordo dica sì!
Sì! Pale wind blowing, cutting right to the core.
So Lucy, like, did you start it up with bands and then got sick of bands and just decided to get a loop station instead?
Yes, actually, exactly as you
Really?
said, yeah.
You're no good, I have to cut you.
What are your musical roots? Like, you started with a, say, like a soul band, or you...
No, I started with the huge genre called pop rock.
All right.
I was in a band with 2 guitarists, a bass player, drums, and a keyboardist.
Right.
And I ended up basically not being able to hear myself sing. So
were they all guys, probably?
They were also all guys, yeah. Yeah. So it was slightly difficult, so I decided to quit and go venture out on my own.
No empty space can ever be called alone.
And how did you get in touch with the beautiful instrument known as the loop station?
I can't actually remember. I think someone just told me that it was kind of a fun thing to play around with, and I had some extra money, so I bought one, and then I probably locked myself in my room for like ages and just played around with it. Well, basically, I have a rehearsal room or a studio in Berlin.
Okay.
So I like to travel to Berlin to work, writing music.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then I'm based in Oslo otherwise.
But you're originally from England?
Yes. Didn't have any taste in music, so I kind of had to...
Really? Like, what were they listening to?
Dire Straits and Chris Rea, and my mum was a huge fan of Phil Collins.
I love Chris Rea and Dire Straits. I can't really say the same about Phil Collins, you know, but...
I don't know anyone who likes
Phil Collins. But you know, Phil Collins, great shirts.
Yeah,
Hawaiian shirt,
yeah.
The best.
Great moon.
Yeah.
But he's... no, so basically I kind of... And when I was maybe 11 or 12, my best friend introduced me to gospel music. So I kind of grew up just listening a lot to gospel music and, yeah, gospel and soul.
A lot of the artists, I think, they love to say, like, oh, my parents listened to this music, so I was really, like, naturally, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. It wasn't the case in my family. But...
So it all starts from the blues, basically?
Yes. Mahalia Jackson and Odetta.
Odetta?
Yeah.
So you can actually, you know, put up like a gospel choir just by yourself. That's what you basically do.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, you kind of, that's why I also use kind of, vocal pedals just to kind of detach from the clean vocals so that you can kind of make noises with your vocals that don't necessarily sound
like a voice.
Like vocals, yeah.
Right, so you could become a synth whenever you want, or a guitar.
I feel like shouting. 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 Tell me how we made it over. I had to cry. Coming on.
But if the people watching Shuffolato now want to know more about your music, where should they look for it?
They should look for me on Facebook, basically. That's where, and Facebook and Twitter is where all the updates come.
Lucy Swan.
Lucy Swan,
Okay.
LucySwann.
Okay.
2 N's.
All right, cool. Thermometer? You know thermometer? Niente, they're fresche. You know, like... Poi mi ha parlato quello digitale che ha detto, ma scusa, non ce l'hai quello normale? Vabbè, va. Ho fatto proprio... Non ci... Vabbè, ciao, arrivederci. Va bene digitale.
20.000 euro.
Faceva brutto la perché ho detto, Mimo, questo o questo? Che prima che capisce male. No, you know.
No, sì.